Hi there, Release Fire here again. So I'm going to talk you through how to beat the Water Vellumental boss here in Paper Mario the Origami King. Hopefully the video is going to help you out. If it does, drop a like below. But the big thing for this boss is that it's got these whirlpools that sweep away all of your pieces, so you need to be aware of where they are at all times. The other thing that you need to know is that you need 2 moves whenever it's in the air to deal any decent damage to it. So what you're trying to do is move the extra move, the +1 blue panel, which you can see at the 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock points that I've just moved in place. And now when I head right here, I will then go up, pick up the extra move, and then get to the battle pad. And that'll give me 2 moves against the Water Vellumental boss. And what I need to do is do a boots move and then follow it up with a hammer move. So you can see the boots will drop it down to the ground, and then that'll give me an opportunity to use the hammer. And obviously you want to time your A's to get the excellent to do as much damage as you can. And you can see that probably took around about 20% of the damage off it. Now try to get in a block where you can when it has its move, and then you're back to trying to do the same thing again. But this time it's got more water spouts, so you need to be aware of those. But essentially I'm moving the center wheel to give myself a hit point, and then I'm moving the outer wheel to give myself an opportunity to come around to that hit point by going all the way around, and then I'm just moving the +1 move into place there, and you can see everything's lined up at the 5 o'clock mark, so I'll just go all the way around and get to that and go on up. And then again, it's just a case of replicating the same thing I did earlier where I used the boots and the hammer to get in my damage. And then in this round, I'm just moving the outer wheel, which will take me to the right and place me on the 4 o'clock point. And then again, I just need to move things around, which will allow me to get in the extra hits. So that's my hit point in, and then I just need to move this around to here. So it's just another simple move around, and that should give me another 2 hits on it once again. And then again, just blocking to reduce the damage that it can do on me. But each and every round it's been sucking up more water until its belly gets full, and you get this note from Olivia, and you'll find out that you need to avoid its big wave move. Now to do this, what you're trying to do is line up an opportunity to get the Earth Volumental pad. So you can see I've just moved the second ring from the outside so that the Earth Volumental pad is at the 2 o'clock mark, and then I'm going to move it in so that it's next to the on switch. And then I just need to move the outer layer so that I've got an arrow that's going to take me all the way around to be able to land all of that. So if I move this arrow here, it means I'll go all the way around, pick up the heart, land at 5, head on up, go around, turn the switch on, and then land on the pad, which will then be activated. And the main aim in this round is literally just to avoid its wave move. It's so powerful it can literally wipe you out if you're low on HP, so it's definitely worth doing this entire process. It'll keep you in the game, and essentially you activate the pad when it's your go, and the Earth Vellumental turtle will appear and do a hit move. Now it doesn't hurt the boss because it's flying in the air, but it will protect you from the wave move, which you'll see in a little second. So it turns around and unleashes this huge wave. Now if you'd been hit by that, it would have been like 40, 50 points straight off, but because you've been raised off the ground, it means you're protected from it. So that's what you need to do to stay in the game, and it also gives you a free chance on it because it's so exhausted from the last move that it's just lying on the ground waiting to be clobbered. Sad face. So then what you're trying to do is actually get to the pad with the 1000-fold arms, but I didn't realize that at this stage, so I didn't actually get to do that. I just used another one of the Earth Vellumental attacks, which does a good amount of damage. However, ideally, what you'd want to do is get to the 1000-fold arms. Now, hindsight's a wonderful thing, and I'm going to freeze it there and try to explain how you would actually get to the 1000-fold arms pad and turn it on in the process. So the simple move is to change it to the moving up and down and select the 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock strip, and then you can move that 1000-fold arm pad up next to the on button. And then it's just a simple case of moving the central wheel so that the arrow taking you to the right next to the on button is over one move, so it's at the 7 o'clock point. And then you just head straight up, take a right, switch the switch on, and get to the 1000 fold arm section, which you can see in this note. It tells you that the best time to use it is just after it's used the wave move, so it's down on the ground and ready to be pummeled. However, for me, I didn't pick up on that early enough and just used this attack, which still did a good amount of damage, but isn't as much as you would have got with the 1000 fold arms as I've done in other boss fights. Now, if you go down the same route as me, or the 1000 fold arm attack doesn't do as much damage to finish it off entirely, then you'll have to do a few more moves and you're back to essentially lining things up to do one of the standard attacks. So in this case, I'm just looking to move things around to give myself a clear strip to be able to get in a normal attack on it. So I'll head on around to the left and I'll come down the number 2 channel, and then just looking to get in an extra move and double impact. And this gave me a huge amount of damage. But you can see by not using the 1000 fold arm technique, you definitely need to do a fair few extra moves. In fact, I needed to do an extra 3 moves, where I think the 1000 fold arm move would have pretty much finished it off, or certainly got it very close. So definitely try to do that and follow my instructions earlier. But if not, then you're going to have to go through the motions and get in some more hits. So just the standard hits, try to get the 2 times impact if you can. And if you keep running through that process, you will eventually be able to finish it off. As you can see on the screen, I'm getting really close. Just a few more moves and that is the end of this one. So I'm just getting in a hammer hit now, and that took it to its last final bits of HP. So then it was just a case of lining up a simple straight strip right down the middle just to get in any hits to be able to finish it off. And that is how to beat the Water Vellumental Boss Fight here in Paper Mario the Origami King. Like I said earlier, hopefully the video helps you out and the tips give you a chance to finish it off relatively quickly. Drop a like below if it does. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already with the links on the left hand side, and check out the rest of my guides and walkthrough series for Paper Mario the Origami King with the links on the right hand side. Leave any comments and I'll catch you next time.